Hi guys, here we are with the first week of Season 3 of Mamemeister's High Score Kerfuffle. We'll review the submissions of Rainbow Islands, take a look at the game suggestions for Season 3, and then we'll see what game will be kicking off the season. Last week we wrapped up Season 2 and announced our season winner, Andrew Lay. During the break between seasons, I offered people the chance to play some Rainbow Islands and have me document and report the scores. Rainbow Islands was released in 1987 by Taito and is the sequel to the classic Bubble Bobble. It's very recognisable and features some classic platforming, with the characters having the ability to shoot out rainbows, which serve as an attack, but also a platform for the characters to walk on. Not really my sort of game, but it seems a few people were enjoying it. We had 8 submissions, which is not too bad, given this wasn't contributing to the overall ranking. I'm at the bottom with only a token submission, as I didn't really have much time to play and was having some issues configuring the controls. For much of the time, 5 of the 7 other submissions were all between 550 and 750,000, so competition was pretty tight. One of those submissions was from a new submitter, Big Juffer, who tells me he'll be joining in next season. Last night, Weebob put in a late submission of 1.1 million, and it sounds like he got an unusual power-up to achieve it. But this game was only ever going to have one winner, playing a fair amount this week and streaming some of his efforts on Twitch, with a top score of a huge 1.5 million was Ian. Great job from Ian, and let's see if he can continue his form into the beginning of the season, where competition will no doubt hot up. So, for Season 3, the plan was to allow everyone to submit a list of games, and then each week we'll do a random selection and see what we get. You guys haven't let me down, and we've had 253 game suggestions from 15 different submitters. The median number of submissions per person was 12, with Paulie Moz slap bang in the middle, corresponding to a 4.4% chance of one of his games coming up. As a reward for winning last season, I said that Andrew's selection would have twice the probability of coming up, and that's reflected here. His 90 submissions have the same chance of appearing as one of Ye Olde Gamer Steve's 38 submissions, which was the most I received from anyone. Even so, it's only a 14% chance of one of those games appearing, which over the course of the 10-game season is likely to mean only one game coming from their set. Next, I thought I'd share the most commonly selected games. Of the 253 submissions, 42 games were selected more than once, with Rolling Thunder being our most popular choice, with a third of our submitters choosing it. Even so, it only has just under a 2% chance of appearing. Some of Andrew's choices were selected 4 times, so they'll have the same probability of appearing. There were another 145 games submitted only a single time, so we've got a good selection. If you made a submission that's not on the list, then you were the only one to suggest it. So with 182 unique games, let's see what we get. To do the selection, I'm using this random selector from onlinestopwatch.com. This is the only one I could find easily that allowed all of the games to be seen as the selector was running. I shortened everyone's names so we can read the names of the games. So if I tap the screen, the selector will start moving about. Another tap, and it will choose us the game. Okay, let's see what we get. We've got Aliens from Ian. So actually, I don't know anything about this arcade game. I'm going to look it up and let you guys know. This week's game is Aliens, released by Konami in 1990. It looks like a cross between a run and gun and a beat 'em up, as you have the ability to move in and out of the screen like a beat 'em up, but you're firing weapons rather than punching and kicking. It reminds me a bit of Alien Storm from Sega, released around the same time. The game is based on the movie franchise, which is cool, and shooting aliens has been a staple of arcade games almost since their inception. A quick play, and the game is definitely easy to pick up, with only 2 buttons, but it's clearly got the arcade difficulty. The variety of weapons is nice, but like Gradius, you lose them when you die. I don't think you're crippled like in Gradius, but it's going to be more difficult nonetheless. I was able to get past the first boss on the 2 runs I had, but died shortly after. The move between camera angles is a nice feature, with the game going for a 3D feel despite being sprite-based. Regarding submissions, this is always going to be a 1-credit challenge. Ideally, scores will be posted on the Discord or Instagram along with a screenshot, or video for those who record their runs. The comments here are okay too, but it's not possible to post a screenshot. If you're in the top 5, I definitely like a screenshot. And the current table can be viewed in the spreadsheet, which is linked in the description here, so you can see how you're getting on. For a deadline, I've generally said Monday at midnight, but we had one submission last season by Ian, which topped the table at 12:30 on Baloo Balook no Densetsu. So the deadline is now 8 AM UK time on Tuesday, which will be a strict cutoff. Any questions about the rules, just ping me a message. I hope you all enjoy blasting some aliens. I look forward to seeing the scores coming in. I'll be back next week with the results, and I'll reveal next week's game. See you then.